Hi, if you're new here, I normally don't do serious videos, I just kinda game, but today's a day I don't really have words for. If you know much about me, I'm coming into my own as a very young mangaka myself, and I would not have the opportunity, the inspiration, or the anything without Akira Toriyama. He was one of the driving factors for me to start getting interested in storytelling, in like good settings, good atmospheres, compelling characters, just everything. So he means a hell of a lot to me, and you know, I didn't want to just do nothing, so you know, this is what I'll be starting off with. I've never played this game before, and I just bought it like an hour ago. I'm a huge fan of Dragon Ball games, just everything Dragon Ball. Never quite watched the full series though. I always got to around mid-Android Saga, then, you know, started watching something else, but, you know. I've seen all of Super, seen most of Z. Again, fell off around the Red Ribbon Army arc. Maybe there's something there. But, you know. I remember seeing a bit of this back when it came out, but never gotten the chance to play it, so I guess there's no better day than today. It does look very, very nice. Piccolo, I believe. Yeah.
Piccolo, you came. I like to do a little image training every now and then to make sure I don't get too rusty. Time to see what I can do. And you're just the guy to help me do that.
View from this side kind of reminds me of the old Budokai games. I got my start in Dragon Ball pretty much from Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. So guard, burst. I'm guessing that's hold down. Boost, step. Oh wait, that's weird. Move up, down. Oh no, boost is pressing down L3. Okay. This is very odd. Yeah, buddy, I'm gonna have to change that. Can I? Ooh, I don't like that. I would very much like to change that. Yeah, I know what options are. Alright. I guess I'll just have to get used to it. I like...
Come on, Goku. Is that the best
You're
you can do?
trying to step up. Oh, okay. I want to make sure I got everything down before I start, you know, just mindlessly mashing. Guess I'll just have to settle for going around for now. Okay. Both attack the opponent and recover key. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, let's give that a try. Yeah, I should have saw that coming. That wasn't very kind. Ah, I see.
Give me all you got.
That wasn't nice. Can I block those? I don't think so. I can block them-ish. Yeah, buddy, that's not gonna work. Oh shoot, this is... Okay, so you just don't want to spam key blasts. I like that. Because that's rather tempting to do. In most other games, which I find to be kind of a problem with, you know, Dragon Ball media.
You don't know when to give up.
Both your attention.
Give me all you got.
Oh, so those can be almost completely blocked. Yeah, I'll just tank these. I know in the future I'm not going to be able to do that, but while we're still learning, I see no issue with it. Oh, super attacks. That's cool.
Give me all you got.
Rock, paper, scissors! Rock! Yeah!
Oh, you have to chain that. That's pretty neat. I actually kind of like that. I still am not positive on... Wait, it's like... Oh shoot, yeah, that should be able to happen, actually. Kind of stupid for not predicting that. Well, that was pretty terrible on my part, but you know what? That was not an S rank. Are we just gonna watch the whole Saiyan saga? Looks like it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Saiyan saga. I think it's the least perfect in Dragon Ball Z. Poison Goku defeated Demon King Piccolo. Yeah. I actually do know that. Long, long ago. It's taking a bit to load. What horrifically unatmospheric music.
Not much longer before this planet's ours.
It would have been ours much sooner if you'd actually done your job, Raditz.
Intimidating, man.
Sorry.
I don't think
That's
anybody
why
who's
everyone
buying a
calls
Dragon
you
Ball game for
Raditz the Rat.
$20 doesn't know who
Things will
Vegeta
be
is.
different on the next
Actually,
planet.
60 when this came out. Yeah, if you drop 60 on a Dragon Ball
If you
game.
screw up again, I will kill you.
Wait, I just remembered something. I think my little brother Kakarot was sent
This is
to a
cool to
different
see, though.
planet. I'll bet he's still there.
You have a brother? I didn't think there were any Saiyans left besides us.
If he joins us, the rest of the universe will be ours in no time.
The fact that he's your brother.
One thing odd about this I'm finding is that they're kind of treading the line between, like, you not knowing who these characters are, but also you knowing who these characters are. And I say that because in the original Dragon Ball Z, when you read it, it's supposed to come as a surprise that there are two more Saiyans. It's like kind of a blind, it's wonderfully written in that way, where right after you just, fight this guy who took everything out of Goku and Piccolo, now you're having to, now there are two more that are even stronger, and you don't know how much more stronger, but how much more strong. And, he just says that they are much stronger than him, and it's brilliantly set up. But this is acting like you do know, you've already read that, you're already aware these Saiyans are coming. But at the same time, they're setting this up like, oh, Vegeta, the intimidating man you don't know anything about. Like, a little odd,
Doesn't
but
exactly fill me with
I
confidence.
appreciate that
What
this is
planet
here
was he sent
for
to?
just, extra content.
I think it's called
Yarth. Actually, it's pronounced Earth.
But now that I think about it, I haven't heard anything about him taking control of it. Damn that Kakarot, what the hell is he doing?
Attack
Justin
of
Cook
the
never
Saiyans.
change.
Dad? Dad?
I am not a fan of this Gohan voice, I must say. The original one from the Z dub is
Dad? We better head home or
Far
Mom's
superior.
gonna be really mad at us.
Sorry for getting a bit...
Super strong?
it's at least better than it was, I guess.
Well, he's the strongest guy. I want to fight him again.
I'd be I don't think Mom would like that very much.
I totally...
He sounds like a Genshin Impact character.
think. What all did she need again?
Oh, I think...
Oh, yeah, right. Let's just see if we can't find us some apples around this place.
Okay, I'll go look.
Gohan sure is full of it. Yeah, don't get too excited and trip over your own feet. Now, where did that son of mine run off to? Safe to say he couldn't have gone that far.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Dad! Over here!
Let's try to find one more. What do you say?
Leave it to me.
Hey,
Yeah, this
It looks like
Gohan
you
voice
found
is
an apple
much
tree.
better than it used to be.
Gohan looks like he's having a blast. Yeah.
It was significantly worse in,
Hey now, don't go wandering too far.
I think it was Battle of Z. It was completely unlistenable. And Xenoverse. So I'm very happy that the voice actor has done a lot of growing. Because this does sound like genuinely pretty good. And that was one of the main reasons I didn't get this game, is that I feel that voice had ruined, like, the moments in the Cell Saga that were really important. And, even before that with, like...
Over here!
what do you call it?
Gohan, you're a regular bloodhound.
Against, like, you know, second
yeah,
form
we got
Frieza and
plenty of
stuff.
those now. Thanks for finding
That's
us,
not where we
Gohan.
are right now.
I'm kind of tired now, though.
I get it, and I don't blame you.
Okay.
But first, we need to find a spot to fish.
Okay. Don't walk too fast.
You got it. Try to keep up, though.
Can I fly?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it.
Huh? Gohan? Where'd he run off to?
Ah, Sean Schimmel is such a good voice actor.
Yeah. Huh? What's wrong, Gohan?
I'm tired.
Man, you get tired pretty easy.
Hooray!
Alley-oop.
Yay! Look how high I am!
Hey, you perked right up. Were you trying to trick your old man? You're one spoiled kid, you know that?
Ah,
So,
I love this story.
what do you want to be when you grow up?
A scholar.
I want to become a great scholar.
What? You're a weird one, aren't you? Well,
I don't want you to become a
definitely can't
scholar.
help you with your
Nobody
studies or
wants you to
anything like
become a
that.
scholar except
But
you.
if you're ever looking to toughen up, I'm your man.
And Chi-Chi.
Fighting is too scary for me.
And that is your problem right
This is your
there,
first time.
brat.
It is.
All right. Then let me show you how I used to do it back when I was your age. It'll be fun. I'm pretty sure there's a good spot somewhere right around this place.
This is very
We
enjoyable.
should be able to catch something here. All right. Let's get started.
But what are we gonna fish with?
Tails.
Nobody said anything about...
My
Yep. I mean, I haven't done it, but when I told my friend Bulma about it, she actually made...
Oh,
So what do you say?
Okay, that's a little... I guess Bulma could. Bulma is pretty familiar with Saiyan anatomy.
All right.
Oh shoot. I just see buttons and I kind of press.
Yeah, that seems about right.
you got them,
Pow
Dad.
to tuna.
Yeah. I bet Chi-Chi will flip when she sees this one. Man, all this fishing is really working up an appetite.
Yeah, I'm a little hungry too.
I have to agree with the general consensus that this really is the
Hungry
best.
for some grilled fish.
Okay, time to grill up some fish.
This probably is the best manga universe ever made. Again, most impactful by far. We wouldn't have any other... anything at all. No One Piece, no Naruto, no Demon Slayer, no Chainsaw Man, no, like... Pretty much every anime you can think of has been inspired in some way by Dragon Ball, or inspired by something that was inspired by Dragon Ball. So even if it's not direct,
Man,
it's there.
I'm stuffed. Is there anything better than some fresh fish in your belly?
Ugh, I think I ate too much though.
Well, if you want...
This is
We
great,
had
dude.
fun today, Dad.
You know, I had fun today too. Thanks for your help. I'll teach...
Okay.
Soul emblems. Na-na-na-na. Okay, this is... It's not a Dragon Ball game unless you have some, like, odd progression system. I love it. Set Gohan next to Goku. Like here, I guess. Like here, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. I wasn't reading anything. Oh, monkeys. Oh, no. See, this is why you should read things, people. I'd assume it's just right here, but... Select. Okay.
I bet you'd be pretty...
Oh yeah, Dad! I meant to tell you.
Really?
Thanks, Gohan. Be sure. Influences how characters... That's very odd, but I'll take it. I'm excited to see, like, all the new innovative features this game has.
So, should we head home now?
All right.
Yes, please. This installation has not gone up in a good while.
Here goes! Flying Nimbus! All right, hang on tight.
Whoa! It's a dinosaur!
I'm still happy we see Nimbus every now and then. See, that's another thing about Akira Toriyama. I have never seen another person imagine dinosaurs or, like, other adjacent creatures quite like he does. Okay, so just follow the Superman 64.
Super fast!
I've been riding this old thing since I was just a little kid.
What's up? Okay. That is a little less natural, but... the games like this, generally, I prefer for, you know, one trigger to be up, the other trigger to be down,
Only
but...
those with a pure heart can ride it. That explains why you've got no problems there.
Yeah, this is fun!
Like, there are so many ideas in Dragon Ball Z, in Dragon Ball as a whole, that would not work in, I think, pretty much any other story,
Mom isn't too mad.
but the execution and charm Toriyama has is just... what he was able to do with this series is something that I don't think will ever be replicated. Like, even from everything I've seen, the closest, you know, manga that comes to Dragon Ball is One Piece. It just has a similar charm, in my opinion, but I don't know, I feel like maybe it's just that I grew up with it, but I don't feel like Dragon Ball ever missed with its, like, world building or characterization or, like, early arcs. I guess I wasn't a very big fan of the Red Ribbon Army saga, but again, it was, you know... it's not exactly a product at the time, but it's, you know... I'm betting it was really cool back then. And it was very creative when you think about it. As opposed to a lot of the other stuff that was coming out around that time.
I haven't been to Grandpa's place in a long time. I feel kind of bad.
Oh, that's great. Can I get off of this? What's this purple thing here? I wonder if I can find a Dragon Ball. Now, I know I'm probably supposed to be heading in that direction, but, you know. I think the Dragon Radar being your mini-map is something that I think should always be in every Dragon Ball game. I see no reason for it to not be the absolute staple. What do you mean? Nimbus doesn't take any key to use. What? Why would he be low? Is he like hungry? Well, he's Goku. He's always hungry. That's a stupid question. What's this? It's red. Oh, it's 2 apples instead of 1. Yeah, what's this? Oh, it's my house.
Hey, Chi-Chi, we're back!
Hi, Mom.
You're late, Goku. It shouldn't have taken you so long to gather ingredients.
Yeah, sorry.
You're supposed to introduce Gohan to Master Roshi and the others today.
Wait.
Of course.
Sorry.
Forget it. What are you waiting for? Get in.
I'm excited to see how Chi-Chi's characterized in this game because I think one of my opinions that got me flamed on Twitter, but I'm still right about, is that Super absolutely massacred Chi-Chi's character as opposed to, or early Super. I think late Super is very good with its characterization of all the characters. I'm not just like one of those haters that's just like, oh, I hate Super because it's new and it's not Dragon Ball Z. No, I think it had a lot of good ideas. But I think Goku and Chi-Chi's relationship was very different to how it was portrayed in Z. Like in Z, she was a lot more like loving and caring, and her like fiery nature was a bit more of a big side bonus as opposed to like her whole character.
Now then, I'll just take these ingredients and whip you up something tasty.
I'll just have a dish. Boiled fish. Thank you, wife.
Where are you off?
I'm going to see Master...
Oh, yeah.
Search the house. Search the house for what? Perhaps this glowing thing in the corner. Oh, that's great. Krillin made a fake one. No. And sealed it away.
This is the stone me and Krillin used in our training. Me and him had to hunt this thing down. Krillin beat me then, but only because he cheated. I had to go hungry that night.
I love how Goku,
All right, I'm finished. Here are your lunches.
Thanks, Chi-Chi. You're stuck.
changes all the people around him. Goku's family's on the board now. What'll help you cook? They let me put it here now. Okay, now they actually will let me put it there.
Strong if you train.
Ultimate father-son team. Well, that becomes truly ultimate later. I never get tired of this
Later,
song.
Chi-Chi. We're off to see Master Roshi.
Wait a second. Are you forgetting something, Goku? I thought you had something for Gohan.
Oh, it's the little hat
Oh,
with the
yeah,
4-star
that's
Dragon
right.
Ball.
Whoa,
I
what a
didn't even
neat little
notice.
ball.
That little ball on top there? It's a Dragon Ball. I got it from my grandpa after he died. But that's not all you got from him. You were also named after him.
Really?
Oh my, Gohan looks so handsome.
Yeah,
It'll
see,
be like he's watching over you whenever you wear that hat. So take real good care of it, okay, Gohan?
okay, so they did have the
I
right.
will. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
All right, we're leaving for real this time.
Goku, don't let anything happen to our little Gohan.
Like,
And
she's still a
Gohan,
caring
be on your
mother,
best
but
behavior.
she doesn't, like,
I will, Mom. Bye.
insufferably fawn over them.
My supper, you got it?
Like, she's a very reasonable mother in both the Z and, as it appears, this game. So I'm very happy to see that.
It's said there are 7 mystical orbs capable of granting any wish when brought together. With them,
What are they?
anything the heart desires can be attained, whether unfathomable riches or absolute power. These mysterious wish-granting orbs are known as the Dragon Balls. And it's around these Dragon Balls that this extraordinary story unfolds, with new challenges and adventures awaiting Goku and his friends at every turn.
Hey, Dad? What's Master Roshi like?
Well, he looks like a feeble old geezer, but he's super strong.
Really?
Though it's a real shame he's kind of a massive pervert. Yeah, he was my rival at the time, but now he's my
Okay,
best friend.
so I'm,
Is
yeah.
Krillin strong? Just like you?
This is a very
Yeah,
good portrayal of all these
seriously, out of all
characters.
the guys I know, he's definitely up there. There's also a woman I know named Bulma. See, she was looking for the Dragon Balls when she ran into me. We ended up going on adventures together. If we hadn't done that, I probably wouldn't have met Master Roshi and the others.
I see.
Hit him with
Too
their
much
car
longer
and
until
shot him in the
Master Roshi's
face.
place.
I still love that her gut reaction was to just shoot a child.
Goku!
Goku! Yo!
Oh, and who's this little guy?
Meet my son.
What? Your son?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too.
That's funny. I'm adjusting to Bulma's voice. I think of Megumi's Bulma before I think of this one, which is very odd.
His name is Gohan.
Gohan? Oh! So you named
I
him
love
after
this
your
Roshi.
grandpa, huh?
Yeah.
This
Suits
Roshi
him, don't
voice, I mean. I won't be as eloquent as I normally am because I just
you?
didn't.
I'd better say hi
I
to
didn't
everyone.
sleep much. But yeah, but I kind of wanna.
Yeah. Goku, have you been training lately?
More than
Well,
you.
not as much as I want to. Chi-Chi gets pretty angry if I train too much, you know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, I haven't trained myself either. With Piccolo taken care of, things have been pretty quiet.
Hey, you two.
For now.
Nothing really.
I could have sworn you two were talking about how you've both been slacking off on your training.
Guess there's no fooling you, is there, Master Roshi?
It would seem you've both forgotten that training is a daily activity, not something you do only on special occasions.
Exactly.
You should be
Put on your
moving,
turtle shells.
learning, playing, eating, and resting every day. That's the way of the turtle school.
I can't argue with you there.
Now, to
What a
make sure you
philosophy,
two
man.
never forget your daily training, I've got a little challenge for you. Come report back to me once you've finished your training.
Yes, sir, Master Roshi. Yes, sir, Master Roshi.
Now, time to get back to my usual enjoyment. Eh?
Am I gonna have Krillin and Bulma too, or just Roshi? Okay. Wait, why can't I? Level 4, 6. Oh. Oh, so Gohan's just a supporting one. Actually curious to see what this does. Mill success rate's up, that's interesting.
I bet you'd be pretty...
So that is the best one to go with. Sub-stories. Is that Nom?
Yo!
I forgot how he sounds.
Hey! Greetings. Hey! Huh?
Tortoise. No. You can find your own book, bruh.
What's up? All right. Huh? What's this? Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Oh, that's cool. So I can just image train wherever I want now. Oh my gosh, this skill was so bad in Xenoverse. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong one.
Paper, scissors.
Ow.
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors.
Defense, you can guard against it if you're taking damage. Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Wrong attack. Yeah, I deserve that. And I'm out of key. Oh, One Piece. Y'all, I think I'm cooked. Never mind. That charged up way faster than I thought it would.
My power.
Man, I just bullied the mess out of my best friend.
All right. So, he's got your looks, but does he have your power too? I'm betting that he's pretty strong if I had to guess. But I can't be sure since Chi-Chi won't let me train him to find out one way or the other.
I guess I will.
Hey, Dad? What was that?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Not sure.
I was expecting that to be the end of what they'd let me play, which I would kind of be fine with. entire script is playing out in my head.
What is it? It ain't no meteor.
Hello and welcome to Earth with Open Bar. You're an alien, I'm an alien.
Just as I thought, the creatures on this planet are still alive. Kakarot's failed us. Who or what are you? A power level of only 5? What trash. Stay back!
You know, canonically, Bulma gets a power level higher than 5, which has some very interesting implications for, you know, if you consider his gun to, you know,
the best this planet can muster?
Raise his power level,
Well,
then.
now here's the large power reading.
Where's his car?
Distance 4880. Kakarot.
Kind of funny that he calls him decent when Piccolo is, like, still leagues weaker than him. I believe he's less than half as strong.
What in the world could that have been?
But only
Never felt a
slightly.
power like this.
As much as I'm not a fan of Shinsuke
Not sure
Kikuchi's
what this
score,
is, but I better check it out.
his interpretation of Piccolo has always been one of the very best in
It isn't Goku.
the franchise.
Well now, this
In fact, I think
I'm ready whenever you are.
he
Let's do this.
I think he matched the Cake Mix Studios interpretation of, you know, Piccolo through music, which is very rare for me to say. You're rude.
Don't kid yourself. You could never beat me.
Oh, is that it? Oh shoot. Could you not do... That's right.
If it isn't him, then who is it? Well now, this should be fun. I'll make quick work of you.
This is pretty cool. Who's this?
So that's all.
Oh, okay. It's pretty neat. I love how consistent of a power system key is. Like, I feel like apps...
Well,
I don't
now, this
think
could
there's
be
any
fun.
point in the series where it feels...
Where the hell
where
could he be?
someone
I'm ready
uses
whenever you
an
are.
attack
Let's do this.
and it just feels like out of place. Toriyama, I think, has always been abnormally good at making things feel like they fit in the universe, even when it's like
So that's all, huh?
he makes it very easy to suspend your disbelief in a lot of areas where many other great mangaka would struggle.
This power, it's unlike anything I've ever felt before.
It's actually tension,
Well
Han.
now, this could be fun.
Yeah, how about I just, like, not fight you things?
What's going on?
Chit, so it wasn't Kakarot after all.
Who the hell are you?
I don't have time to waste with you. Wait a minute. This is a Namekian, isn't it? What the hell is a Namekian doing on this planet?
If that's
Good
true,
question.
what are you even doing here? You got a death wish?
You've got spunk, I like that. A power level of 322, huh? But you wouldn't even be...
You're making a mistake in underestimating me.
Let's see if you can make this fun for me. What is it with this guy?
Yeah, his power level's like dead 1000, isn't it? No, it's 1200, right? It's one of the two. I'm happy we have some sort of rock music, because that was one of the... Oh, ow. That was... You were most unkind. Oh, okay. So be strong.
Where'd that tough guy attitude go? You done already?
What the hell's going on?
That is pathetic. No way!
I kind of forgot to keep the last word thing, not gonna lie.
This'll end it!
No way! That all, huh?
Oh, shoot. Getting slightly more the hang of this. I remember one of my worries when the game was like still coming out was like, oh, are you only going to be able to play as Goku?
My turn now. I'm getting another large power reading. That's got to be Kakarot.
Impossible.
Yeah, 'cause Piccolo was getting stronger this entire time, wasn't he?
And where is he going?
Was he like a 270 during the end of Dragon Ball? Oh man. He's a 390? Oh, it's because of his weighted clothing. Okay, that makes a little sense. Who could this be?
Well, if it isn't Kakarot, you've grown. You look just like our old man. What? Tell me, Kakarot, what is this? You were supposed to exterminate all life on this planet. What have you been doing all this time?
Huh? Who are you? And who's Kakarot? Should I know who that is?
You have got to be kidding me. You're not from this filthy planet. You were born on planet Vegeta. You're a member of the proud and mighty warrior race, the Saiyans. And that's not all. I'm your older brother, Raditz.
You're lying! That can't be true!
Long ago, you were sent. We Saiyans search the universe for habitable planets and wipe out all who live there.
and sell it to a giant space monster.
Sell those planets to the highest
It's Frieza. It's always Frieza.
Snot-nosed brats like you.
Actually, Frieza's
are
not
sent to
giant.
low-level planets. Unfortunately,
He's not giant at
Telling
all.
the truth, then these Saiyans are some real bad dudes. Wait,
I love Sunny Straight.
what does that have to do with anything?
don't play dumb with me. We Saiyans release our true power whenever there's a full moon. Even chumps like you should know that.
I don't know what you're talking about. You know, I think my name's Son Goku and I'm from Earth. Take your lies and get out of here.
Well, I couldn't even if I wanted to. Because planet Vegeta was blown to smithereens by a meteor. Almost all of them,
A meteor.
including me and you, there are only 4 Saiyans left. Just the other day, we found a planet that should fetch us a high price.
How many are
The
there?
3 of us were going to have a hell of a time trying to overtake
There's
it.
at least
And
6.
that's when I remember the planet is... Come on, Cat!
Just shut up.
6 full bloods that are
That
still
little rock
alive.
with the-
Come any closer and I'll
Or
knock
no,
you
not
sky
anymore.
high. Back off.
At this exact moment, I mean, Broly and Paragus are off on Vampa. Who else is... Is that all the Saiyans?
Gohan's
I
not
mean,
going in.
depends on if you count Turles or not.
What's wrong? You scared?
You're not my brother. You're nothing to me. Yeah, go on, get out of here.
I tried to block.
Don't turn your back on your family, your people! What the hell happened to your tail?
I had it cut off a long time ago.
Fool! Why would you do that? Do you know what? This planet isn't half bad. I think it could serve as our next target. The 3 of us
I think Bojack would agree with you.
to rid this place of this dead weight in just 1 month.
I'm not gonna let that happen.
Okay, I disagree with him being able to tank. No, he can.
Your kid's in real trouble if this is the best you can do.
What?
You gotta threaten his boy, dude. Raditz really is just the worst. I like how they give a bit more of a fight. I understand why narratively Raditz has to one-shot him, but I don't know, I think it's a little cooler if he scraps with him
I'll
a
make
bit.
sure to take good care of the boy. If you want him back, then you better do as your big brother says.
Give him back.
Don't even think about trying to be a hero.
100 bodies. I think that's an important detail they missed.
You still got that dragon radar?
Oh, I get it. That decoration on Gohan's hat was a Dragon Ball.
All right, I'm off. It's now or never.
You're as good as dead on your own.
Piccolo!
Neither of us
jeez,
has
dude,
what
I've had
it
a
takes
really
to
bad
face him
day.
head on. At least if we tried on our own. But together, if we were to team up, we just might be able to take him down.
Yeah, you're probably right. But can I really trust you? What's your angle in all this?
Don't get the wrong idea. It isn't that I care in the slightest about your little kid or the Earth. That fool is the only thing standing between me and world domination.
And, you know,
The moment
you.
he and his cronies are out of the picture, I'd finally rid myself of you. Then the world will be mine for the taking.
You're crazy if you think I'm about to let that happen. But for now, I guess we gotta join forces. Guess there's really no getting around that.
Precisely.
One of the things I love about this setup is instead of like, even if some of the villains, their entire, you know, goal is just domination of the world, the universe, the galaxy, there's always so much else that makes that, like, that makes the character themselves feel more than just, like...
Give me a break.
Oh, okay.
Give me a break.
Thank you!
Hey!
Yeah! Flying Nimbus!
I hope we don't go straight there. Kinda hope we can fly around for a bit. This will be a great time to, express my thoughts without having to fight. What an iconic
Green
picture.
Team to the rescue.
Okay, good.
Go on, just a little longer.
Goku, get a move on. Quit messing around. You
Anyway,
really don't recall
so-
anything about the Saiyans that Raditz clown was going on about?
Nope, none of it rings a bell. It's crazy. I had no idea I had an older brother
Is
either.
that all?
I was hoping to milk some useful information out of you for our fight.
That's great. So, let me think. I don't know if I want to go any... No, this isn't where they fight. It's a wasteland. Anyway, so one of the things in Dragon Ball that I think sets it apart with its villains and their motivations is that, yes, even though Piccolo's driving force is world domination, he's never treated as if, like, that's the, I don't know how to, like, properly articulate this, because there's, like, that's never all that's, going on in this story. So it would be much more boring if, you know, Piccolo was the only, you know, villain we had to fight. But because, you know, there's Raditz, it, like, adds another... He's just another dimension added. He's not, like, you know, the only goal to defeat. He's just, like, something in the back of your mind. Of, like, oh, you know, even though when we do defeat Raditz, we're still gonna have to deal with Piccolo, who's gonna be... Like, as a reader, you're still thinking that, oh, we're still gonna have to deal with Piccolo after this. And, you know, then you get blindsided by the Saiyans. And even back in just Dragon Ball, when... Oh, I can't go any faster than this. I'm just going slower to collect my thoughts. Oh no, I kinda can. But... What was I saying? Yeah, even back in Dragon Ball, when Piccolo Jr. was the villain, it still had the leftover... You still had the leftover mindfulness of that he's, you know, the son of King Piccolo, and you're still trying to find out if, you know, he's exactly the same, if he's a little different. You get little bits of evidence, you know, sprinkled throughout that he's not exactly like his father. And it makes the character even more mysterious and intriguing than just his motivation. So, you know, not only is he just enviously motivated, I guess is the better word, he's, like, he's also not quite everything that you think he is on the surface level. And that lends itself to the story much better than... Oh, so this is for the... Okay, I understand now. Luca Village on the world map. There we go. I actually don't see a way to go faster. Looking for beast meat. Oh, it's Baba. But yeah, so I'm not at 100% with like how I'm talking. I'm recovering. It's impossible to overstate how important Akira Toriyama truly was for literally every manga in history and every manga from here on out. It's like no matter how new or old you are, there's something you got from Akira Toriyama. And with me, that was even more than most people. I like pretty much every issue I came across, I'd always be looking back to Dragon Ball or One Piece of like, okay, how did they effectively, you know, solve these narrative issues? How can I learn from them? What can I do better? How can I, you know, capture a similar feeling? I basically learned how to pick apart stories at a very, like, minute level from Dragon Ball. Because that was, you know, all I thought about when I was younger. So it was just so easy to... It was so easy to try and understand every facet of the series, because I was just so obsessed. So, having that then working for me as I write my own story was absolutely amazing, because I'd like, you know, I'd already been doing that with Dragon Ball. I'd already, you know, wanted to know everything about a universe and, you know, try and figure it out, as well as its characters. I'd already, you know, been in love with something on that level. And, you know, Dragon Ball was the only one that, like, had that similar medium. I guess JoJo a bit later, but, you know, I was just starting to get inspired. Like, you know, making up, you know, Dragon Ball fights or storylines in my head. I started, you know, writing by just taking pre-existing characters I already knew and putting them into, you know, situations I thought would be cool or interesting, mostly cool, because, you know, I was young and I'm like, oh, you know, what 2 characters do I want to see fight? Like, oh, you know, wouldn't it be cool if, I don't know, Tien beat Nappa and, you know, now you have another person to fight Vegeta, you know. Would they have killed him, or...
Here goes!
Even more so just the absolute stupid stuff of like, oh, you know, what if Frieza was good, you know? Imagine him fighting Cell. I mean, I thought that'd be awesome, even though it didn't make any narrative sense for that to happen. But it just, you know, making stories, no matter how stupid those stories are, will always make you better at making, you know, stories in the future. So no matter how bad, how nonsensical my little Dragon Ball head fictions were, is what I'll refer to them as. No matter how, you know, stupid, nonsensical, inconsequential those things were, they continued to drive me to get better, because I was able to operate on a mindful level in a universe that, you know, I wanted to be in, I wanted to know more about, I wanted to emulate. I'd always wanted to make something of value, but I didn't understand that that was, you know, manga, or writing it on a greater level manga, until a few years ago, where I kind of had it as a pipe dream of like, okay, I want to write a book, but what I really want to do is I want to have like, you know, an anime on my work. That'd be awesome. And then I'm just like, you know, the next best thing is manga. Why not? I'll just, you know, try that out, see if that works for me. I always use the excuse that, oh, I was writing and I realized that, a visual medium is the only way to experience my story. Well, that's technically correct. It was also, like, my end goal was always, dude. Okay, that's really funny coming from him. But in the back of my mind, there was always like a, dude, I want my work to be animated. And manga was the medium I selfishly took as like a, oh, you know, hey, this is, most manga get turned into anime, you know, I guess mine probably would be at some point too. So it was just this childish, like, idea of, you know, wanting your work to be on a screen. And then when I started getting more into manga and drawing, I hated drawing for the longest time until I realized I love drawing. I hate being bad at drawing. So I started to work. I started to go out of my way and take classes. And that pipe dream of, you know, having an anime and, like, you know, using a manga to, as a means to get to that end, that slowly changed from just like a disconnected goal to a, like, not only possibility, but even more importantly, I found passion in writing manga. I like everything about the medium is something that I've started to grow even more affectionate to over anime, which is hysterical, given that when I was younger, I was always just like, oh, you know, why would you read it when you can watch it? I always thought, like, you know, oh, if I have the Dragon Ball Z book, it's just the next best thing to the TV show, which I do kind of think is true in the case of Dragon Ball Z, specifically the English dub. I think adds so much to the viewing experience. But with manga as a whole, you know, getting to read JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3 and just being mesmerized by the art, the pacing, the shot composition, the character designs, the insane amount of detail, and the movement, even without color or a screen to be on, it absolutely captivated me. And, you know, if it hadn't been for Toriyama, like, bringing that out in me in my early stages, giving me an atmosphere I wanted to be in, because I remember I was always, like, trying to theorize and, like, roleplay about what would happen next in Dragon Ball, which is an entire saga of stories unto itself. But I made lifelong friends through Dragon Ball that I've known for coming up on 5 years, at the conclusion of summer, which is just, that's insane for me to think about. There is just so much that this series has paid forward to me and the world of manga as a whole. Even like in my writing stages now, where I'm far more adept, I consider myself to be high above your average storyteller and character writer in manga, where if you'll, you know, watch someone like Totally Not Mark give his nitpicks on series, I'll have a lot of those issues, you know, like rectified. I'll, you know, try and cleverly get around. I refuse to implement any type of coincidence or plot convenience in pivotal areas. I'm always doing my best to improve and make a work that's not perfect, because I think perfection can be boring sometimes. I think if a story has no flaws or no things to... I don't know how to put it, because, like, if it's too grounded, there's nothing left for you to wonder. So...
Here goes.
Nice weather.
Just always having to keep that equilibrium and balance in every facet of the work. That sort of, drive to be great would not be possible if I hadn't been, like, completely taken and swept away by this series.
This thing's giving off a lot of energy.
Huh, neat. Yeah, what do you want from me? I thought that's what this was. Mayhaps this is the end of the game, which I'd be fine with. But yeah, that's part of the reason I wanted to make this. There's sincerely no series, I think, that comes, like, remotely close to how influential Dragon Ball has been to every manga ever made. And that goes the same for mine. Like, the power system I have tried to create, I think it's good. I think it's better than a few mainliners that are out there right now. But Ki is just so perfect. There's literally, like, you can even see it with, like, Naruto, how it just kind of took Ki and put its own spin on it, which is, I totally understand that. But, yeah, I assumed it'd be something like this. I do kind of want to check those out, because I don't think I've been there before. There we go. The marker's over there, but I do want to check out what's around here, if there is anything. Yeah, so anyways, there are, I think Ki in particular is a power system that is genuinely perfect. I cannot think of a single storytelling flaw that Ki has. It never feels convenient. It never feels contrived. It always feels grounded and believable. And every interaction in the series can have, like, it explains things that have been possible before its introduction, and it makes everything in the future believable for its storytelling purposes. And the effectiveness to which he was able to use such, like, a simple concept is, like, really a testament to how amazing he truly was. Like, even with crazy junk like Zamasu taking out, like, a Ki sword or Ki scythe, that's believable because of the ground he set with, like, the special beam cannon and the Kamehameha acting differently, of where one of them is more of, like, a blunt wave, and even the Dodonpei earlier of this, sort of piercing attack, similar to, like, the death beam even later than that, to where you can fashion Ki into having different like, physical effects to whoever's on the receiving end of it. And not only that, you've seen with, like, you know, Goku's bending the Kamehameha wave that he can, at a certain point, you're able to, you know, control the, like, absolutely control the form of your ki. And even beyond that, you've seen, like, you know, people try and hold off blasts with their hands. You've seen, I think the best interpretation of the Kamehameha that I've seen on screen is when Goku, like, kind of spins his hands and, like, pulls it between them and kind of just, like, it starts as a ball, but he, like, kind of fashions it between it, and it's like this kind of malleable structure. It's absolutely perfect. There's just, the way it acts as, like, its own set of energy is such a grounded, genius,
Here goes.
sort of, rule set, I guess. I don't know. Words escape me. Not only because of my mental state, but actually, no, mostly because of my mental state. And as well, just, like, there are no words to, like, that's just how good the power system was. That's not taking into account how, like, each one is used as, like, I mean, even to go further on that power system, it doesn't just stop as being something that the characters can use. It becomes tied to who they're fighting and who they are as people, where all of Goku's attacks, I know it's a joke that they're stolen, but in my opinion, that's part of the point. Goku's, one of his greatest strengths is similar to Luffy, which I think Dragon Ball actually does better than One Piece, which is something I don't say too often. One thing I think it does even better is, like, that idea of how Goku is who he grew up around, and having that base knowledge
This thing's giving off a lot of energy.
of having that base understanding of that his, like, every time he went on to his new master, like King Kai or Beerus or Whis or I don't know if I'd count Beerus, or like Korin, or, you know, even Master Roshi, there's always that, like, kind of vibe behind him, and this understanding that everything before was taught by the last master, and he incorporates everything he's learned along his journey to react and bounce back against people who have, you know, formed their own abilities and fighting prowess through their experience and their surroundings. And so it doesn't just make sense as a power system, it lends itself to the narrative and to character interaction, which is something that I think is extremely difficult. As far as I am in Naruto, I think it's achieved that on a very basic level, but the effectiveness to which Toriyama was able to push that forward with is, like, mind-boggling. But yeah, so I've tried to take as many cues from that sort of idea as I possibly can, of you want a power system to be tied to, I think it's funny that he goes under the water when you do this, at least initially, what was I saying? I'm sorry for being so, like, disconnected with my thoughts, but there's a lot I want to get across here as just, like, a thank you to the impact he had on my work. Because this work is my future. I would not have a future in the literature industry if it wasn't for Dragon Ball. I would not have a passion like this or a purpose like this if Toriyama didn't create Dragon Ball. And there's no words I can put into, no explanations of how he's inspired me or the cues I've tried to take from him. None of that can ever capture how radically he really did change my life. And I again, there's just no words I have that will capture my absolute appreciation for everything he did for the industry I have grown to love so much, the industry I have found my future and my purpose in, at least materially. And it's crushing to know that I'll never be able to personally thank him for that, but even just speaking it out and paying my tribute as well as possible is exactly what I think would have made him proud. And I will always be thankful for just the unstateable opportunity he's given me. I've had, like, nights where I've just been, you know, laying alone and, like, just horrifically done with everything. And I've just thought of my manga and how much that's gonna mean to people. And I'll think of how much Dragon Ball means to me. And I was able to push myself through whatever I was dealing with. And I can guarantee it was a lot, no matter what it was at any of those times. And I would just think back to how much this story meant to me, and think about what I'll be able to do in the same vein. And I was able to bring myself to say, okay, people need this. Dragon Ball, every time I was sick or depressed, I was always able to watch Dragon Ball Z. Whether that was Dragon Ball Z Abridged, the show proper, whether I was able to play Budokai 3 or Raging Blast 2, or anything. I was able to get myself out of those, like, deep trenches by just being in another world. And resonating with characters, especially Gohan and Trunks, just being able to identify with their struggles and really feel like a part of their story on a deep human level. It really got me through some rough times where I felt completely isolated. And from that, I was able to, in, you know, later times, I was able to look back on this series and think how it changed the way I saw the world. It, you know, it inspired me. It gave me something to hope for. That was something that I knew that I could do, and something that would be completely necessary with even how much of the story I had written thus far. And I owe so much to everything that this man created and built. And
Nice weather.
I can't wait to release my full series proper as an actual full-fledged, deserved tribute to such a wave maker and a pathfinder and just a road paver of, like, this entire genre, this medium, these sorts of worlds. And knowing that the world proper and the world of Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball will change now that its creator is absent is crushing, but it's almost hopeful in a heartbreaking sort of way of, like, we have a beautiful moving on point from here of being able to usher in a new generation with new wave makers, all paying tribute to this original. Like, this is the first proper shonen. This is what made everything popular today what it is. So that's pretty much it for me. And yeah, I appreciate everything Toriyama's done. There's nothing I could say, even if he was still around. There's nothing I could do that would justly thank him for what he's given me in the way of motivation, purpose, drive. Just even at my, like, when I felt weak or useless, I was always able to go back to this series that inspired me for years and years and years of, you know, if Goku could push through his fight with Frieza, maybe I can push through this trial I have in front of me. If, you know, he was able to grind for hours and hours and hours and hours just to be that little bit stronger, you know, I can put in this work and I can, you know, trench through this mud and get to the other side. Because, you know, if my heroes could do it, I could too. And there's no series that embodied that for me, or was in my head during those times, more than Dragon Ball. So this is my final thank you of the video to Toriyama for making me everything I am and paving my way to a successful future of my own. Thank you. Goodbye.